Hey there, lovebirds and house hunters! Welcome to Keys to Love and Listings, the only podcast where I can help you pick the perfect property and pronounce you legally wed, sometimes on the same day. I'm Graham Latte, Las Vegas real estate agent by day, marriage celebrant by love-struck moonlight, and this is where we discuss living and marrying in Las Vegas. This is the show where granite countertops meet heartfelt vows and open homes sometimes lead to open hearts. We'll talk killer real estate tips, wild wedding tales, and all the reasons you should never trust a man in a shiny suit named Tony when buying a condo near the Las Vegas Strip. So buckle up, possums, whether you're saying I do or just saying I'd like a 2-bed condo with a pool. We've got stories, laughs, and maybe a few awkward bouquet tosses coming your way on this exclusive podcast. Whether you're chasing a dream, raising a family, starting over, or just looking for a place where your money goes further, Las Vegas deserves a second look. It just might be your next home. Vegas, baby, let's get you hitched and housed in no particular order. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a seasoned investor, or someone just exploring options for a lifestyle change, I want to talk to you about a city that might not be on everyone's radar, but should be. And that city is Las Vegas. Now, I know what you're thinking. Probably thinking casinos, neon lights, Elvis impersonators, slot machines, gambling. And while all that glitzy strip is part of Las Vegas, it's only a small part. Today, I want to show you why buying a house in Las Vegas isn't just a good idea. It might be one of the best real estate decisions you can make in this decade. Let's start with the obvious: home prices and affordability. Las Vegas offers incredible value compared to many other major cities. If you're coming from California, New York, or even parts of Texas or Florida, you'll immediately notice that your money goes way further here. The median home price in Las Vegas is significantly lower than in Los Angeles or San Francisco, for example, sometimes by hundreds and thousands of dollars. But here's the key: you're not compromising quality. The homes are newer, often with better layouts, more square footage, and in master plan communities with great amenities. You can find modern builds with pools, 3-car garages, and mountain views at a fraction of what you'd pay elsewhere. Property taxes, also relatively low. Nevada has no state income tax, which is a huge win for your long-term wealth and retirement planning. For investors, that's rental income you don't have to share with the state. For residents, it's more of your paycheck staying in your pocket. And despite recent fluctuations in the real estate market nationwide, Las Vegas continues to be a resilient and appreciating market, driven by population growth, job creation, and a diversifying economy. Now, let's talk lifestyle. Because Las Vegas isn't just a place to buy a home, it's a place to build a life. People are often surprised to hear this, but Las Vegas is home to tight-knit communities, excellent schools, and safe suburban neighborhoods like Summerlin, Henderson, Centennial Hills. You know, if you haven't driven 30 minutes off the Las Vegas Strip, you probably don't know that Las Vegas has quiet streets, family parks, dog parks, bike trails, and neighborhood barbecues. Yes, and retirees love Las Vegas for its dry, sunny climate. No snow shoveling here, no extreme winters, and two of the top rated 55 plus communities in the United States are right here in Las Vegas: Sun City Summerlin and Sun City Anthem, with golf courses, amazing facilities, and all kinds of active daily programming. Families benefit from some of the fastest growing charter schools in the country, affordable childcare, and safe communities. And for the young professionals, wow, lots for them. And remote workers, Las Vegas is building up a fast paced, diverse, and increasingly tech savvy ecosystem. Cafes, co working spaces, and proximity to nature are making Vegas a real option for digital nomads and entrepreneurs. Plus, you're just a few hours' drive from Southern California, Arizona, and Utah. Weekend trips to the Grand Canyon, Zion National Park, or even the beaches of San Diego, totally doable. Don't believe me? Let's meet my guest today, the lovely Inessa Shahinian, an immigrant from Armenia. Arrived in the US some 16 years ago, fresh off the boat, no English, very little money, and yet today owns and operates one of the best boutique real estate companies in America, right out of Las Vegas. We're just going to take a short commercial break now, and we'll be right back. You're looking for a night that moves to a different rhythm? Welcome to Maxim Jazz Club, Las Vegas's hidden gem for live jazz, handcrafted cocktails, exquisite Japanese cuisine, and unforgettable ambience. Whether it's date night, celebration, or just a reason to dress up, Maxim sets the mood. Elegant, intimate, electric, it's Maxim Jazz Club. Because the real Vegas never shouts, it swings. Located just off the Las Vegas Strip. Reservations at maximjazz.com, and don't forget to tell them the Las Vegas show sent you. Get yourself down to Maxim Jazz and enjoy the music and the ambience. Welcome, Inessa. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now tell me, Inessa, let's get right into it. One day you were walking down the street in Armenia, and then you thought to yourself, I'm going to America and I'm going to live in Las Vegas.
How did you know? Were you there?
Take us on the journey. Fill us in with the gap between the time you thought of it in Armenia till now.
You know, there's a lot of people right now talk about the power of manifestation in your mind. And of course, a long time ago, when I was 19, I did not know such a thing. But for a fact, something, just whatever they're teaching now, actually made this huge change in my life. But I remember specifically the minute it happened, and how it happened, and where was I. I was in my college, extremely upset with a gentleman I was madly in love with. And I remember standing right in front of this really big, beautiful window, and I just said, I'm going to America. And from there on, so many big and little, like, I don't know, serendipity actions took place, one after another, one after another. And I think from the minute I said that out loud, really meaning it and putting it out there, 5 days later, I was in America. 5 days.
Wow. Yeah. And tell me, what drew you to Las Vegas?
Oh man, you want to know everything, don't you? But Las Vegas, that was another factor because we don't know anything, right? When we are coming to a new country, new world, I would say, and we're talking 2001. That's where I immigrated, and the world was not even 5% what it is today in terms of communication and the power of this great phones that we have, Zoom calls, WhatsApp calls, anything. So there was nothing like that to say that I saw a video or somebody introduced me. It was mostly fate. All I knew that I want to live in a city to have three major things. I knew I want to achieve success in my, in a business world. I didn't know what it's going to look like, but I knew I want to be a successful businesswoman. I knew for sure that I want to travel the world. And at that point in my life, I also knew that I want to have a lot of fun. Well, I was 21. So, and then Vegas happened, and it really fulfilled all those three and more.
So when you came to America, you came into New York, right?
Yeah.
On the East Coast. And then you've eventually come across the country to Las Vegas. When you arrived in New York, did you have any ideas that you were going to be going over to the West Coast to Las Vegas or California or Arizona?
Initially, yes. I will tell you that when I arrived here, and a lot of people that immigrate, we think we have a plan. I thought I have a plan because when I arrived to New York, I was thinking it's only for like few days. We're gonna be in New York, and then I'm gonna come to California. And I'm Armenian, so there's a huge community in California. And of course, I was looking for the easiest way out because my English was zero. I mean, zero. I didn't speak a word. I only had $220 on me, and like no relatives, and an exchange student visa that had an expiration date. So yeah, I came with the understanding that we're gonna arrive in New York, then we're gonna come to California when it's gonna be much easier. But I think I would say God had a different plan because as sad as it is, of course, it's a huge tragedy. I just want to say like how that impacted my life, right? So when we arrived to New York, this is August 26, 2021, and we all know what happened in September 11, 2021. So after that terrible, incidents with the New York buildings and airplanes, all student programs were shut down. So my original plan of just coming to America for 3 months, learning maybe some English, and going back was basically just ripped apart because now we were facing, not only me, I'm talking about me and my friends who I love so much. We're friends till today. It's been 24 years, which I'm very, very grateful and thankful for because it's very unique to find today. But sorry, I'm just that has altered everybody's plans, and we were facing an understanding that if we go back, we might never come back to United States. And the United States is, an incredible place, like, full of opportunities. It's an American dream. So we were 19 years old, so energized, and all of a sudden you come and see all this greatness, and you feel like, wow, if I leave, I never come back. So then life changed, and all of our actions changed. My actions changed. My family was shocked, understanding that, no, I'm not coming back, And so I left home with a suitcase for 3-4 months, and I ended up staying forever. I didn't even see my family for 7 years.
Wow. So Did you come from New York to California? You went to California first.
I was actually really, really blessed to live in Jacksonville, Florida for 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
3 or 4. Yeah, like the whole 9 yards, sleeping on the ground, not on the ground,
Yeah.
not on the ground. We did have an apartment, but we slept on the floor. We didn't have furniture. Finances were very limited. I would walk to work. I worked at the supermarket Lions, which another big thank you to Supervisor Teresa. I don't remember her last name, but we had the right to work. So we were hired. But again, who would hire someone who doesn't even speak English? But she did. And I would walk to work every morning and night for 1 hour, almost give or take, through a big forest in Jacksonville, Florida. It was very hot. It was very uncomfortable. Oh my God, it was epic. But was I happy? Yes, like so happy. Today I have a BMW. I don't think I'm as happy as walking in Jacksonville, through forests. So
Yeah.
happiness is definitely something still for all of us to uncover what is the true essence of it. But sometimes it's just like maybe the adrenaline in my brain,
Yeah.
that was mixed with dopamine and it's just, I was so happy. I do remember that just epic, I was conquering new world. Like I felt like every day waking up and it's like, wow, what are we doing? What's going to happen today?
Yeah. Well, on this program we're talking about living in Las Vegas. So for you living here in Las Vegas, why are you living in Las Vegas?
Well, honestly, Las Vegas is, to me, definitely a city that adjusts to your needs. You don't really much adjust to Las Vegas because I know there's other states that I hear people, they're like, they don't have a choice. Due to traffic, their life is altered. Due to certain, expenses, taxes, workflow limitations or some sort of struggles, like I have friends in New York, 4 of them live in 1-bedroom apartment because of the rent. And I also have another friend in California. He's been living in the same apartment for almost 22 years that he hates with passion, but he has rent control and he's only paying $1,200, so he doesn't want to leave. But sometimes it's like, yeah, you're paying less, but to what cost if you hate the space you're in? And that building is really terrible. I've been there once. I'm like, ew, like I think he and the cockroaches are best friends. It's a very old building.
Yeah.
So going back to your original question, it's like Vegas adjusted to me. I was able to do so many things here. I mean, we're talking about things like, cherry on top, like taking paint classes, taking dance classes, learning how to meditate properly. I don't know, going to like energy healings and this and that. So besides the main things that I was able to achieve living in Las Vegas, which is, building a career, having amazing friends, circle and all that, my health and my self-care, I also had time and energy, which is the most two expensive things, time and energy to actually do other things and travel. I mean, I usually, I have traveled everywhere almost on my bucket list. So, and I would say thank you to Vegas for that, 'cause
So as you say, Vegas has adjusted to you. What would you say would be some of the highlights of this city? If someone's looking at this city to come and live here, what would be some things that would be exciting for them to look forward to?
Well, thank you so much for that question, Graham. And I think if someone is coming to live in Vegas, one of the most important things I would say that the city is 24/7. And whatever that means to you, that might not mean anything. Maybe you really go to bed at 9 p.m. But just the fact that if ever you wanted to, go grab Thai food at 2 a.m., you can. So theoretically, maybe we don't, but just that like knowledge that it's available. You know how it is? It's like when it's available, there's no scarcity. You're kind of breathing lighter. You're like, oh yeah, like I can go here and there. All these incredible chefs and dining that we have here, shows, different concerts, different stuff. Yes, Vegas doesn't have a lot of history. Let's say that. And for that, that's why I choose to go to Europe. If I want to see 11,000-year-old cathedral, it's not in Vegas. But I mean, cost of living, of course, everybody talks about it. But to me, I'm not a person who saves money. I'm a person who makes more money and spends a certain way that I get like fulfillment in my life. So for that, if you're someone like that, then you will find Vegas just joyful to be in.
Yeah.
Our airport is the best. There are flights that go everywhere from here direct.
Yeah. As you say that you've got all these things available to you in Vegas, is there some things about Vegas that you would think twice about if you were going to move here? Is there any, like
yes, gambling.
like people will say, oh, it's too hot there, or it's you've got the casinos, you've got this, all these things don't really make up for a good life. But how would you put the whole Las Vegas into perspective for someone wanting to come and live here? There's probably some things that you don't like.
Well, if I didn't like it, I will move out to begin with. So I do really appreciate living in Las Vegas. Now, does it get hot? Yes. But the heat here, and I hear this from other people too. One of my friends just moved here, and it was a big concern for them too. The wife was like, oh my gosh, if it gets hot, I'm gonna die. And I just had lunch with her a couple days ago, and I'm like, how are you doing with heat? She's like, you know what, doesn't bother me, because it's like, it's dry heat. I mean, if you just have to experience it. But then again, I do want to encourage people about if you're considering to move to Vegas and you have visited the Strip, like the Las Vegas Boulevard, that is totally different in terms of even the heat on Las Vegas Boulevard is unbearable. The heat on Las Vegas Boulevard is difficult for 3 reasons. Number one, Vegas is kind of like square, and Las Vegas Boulevard is kind of like in a little hole, so it's much hotter. I mean, we're talking at least 6 to 8 degrees hotter over there than other areas in town, especially the ones that are closer to mountains. Number two, you have thousands of air conditioning units and vehicles blowing hot air, so it gets just like hell. And the third thing is like you're in and out of air conditioning spaces like casinos or taxi and Ubers, and you go that difference between coming out of an air conditioning space where it's like 60 degrees into 110, it hits you differently. So give yourself a chance when you ever in Vegas, and Graham is representing you, right? I understand that this is something. And let him drive you around town. Go to local spots. Go, get the feel of local world, because we have more trees in, Henderson, Summerlin, southwest side, northwest, north. There's a lot of parks. There's a lot of trees. There's less. We don't even have different.
Yeah. Well, with all those things, would you say the cost of living here is comparable to anywhere else, or do you think it's a little bit cheaper to live here?
Chanel is Chanel. Chanel costs the same everywhere. I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you with that. What about you? What do you think? You think our cost of living is less? Let's
Yes,
change.
I find the cost of living here is less than other places, and I think it's probably because there's more things available, which makes living here quite easy.
Sure.
How do you find traffic here?
What
This-
traffic?
Yeah, there's something that people are going to want to know. What?
No, we don't. We don't have traffic. That's a joke. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, maybe. Look, I'm not somebody who goes to work at 8 a.m. So I think around 8:30, there's a little bit of a situation, and if God forbid there's an accident, absolutely there will be some delays. But rather than that, we drive like what, 85 miles an hour. That
Yeah.
feels so good.
Well, yeah, it seems like you like living in Las Vegas. If someone just said to you, should I move to Las Vegas, what advice would you give them before they moved here? What could you prepare them for? How could you prepare them?
I would say, in all honesty, do it for the right reason. And do it to better your life. Do it to have more joy in your life, more freedom, whatever the freedom looks like for you. Maybe it is extra money, maybe it is extra time. But if you're doing it because you're escaping something and you hate something, that's not going to work, because you're going to bring your own negative thoughts and your negative vibe here and you're going to see the same outcome. I actually do have a very like a something story around that. This is one of my really great teachers. He was talking about it. This gentleman walks on a beach, right, and let's say he's in California, and he meets a lady, and the lady says, hi, where did I never seen you. And goes, oh, I just moved here. She goes, well, where did you move from? He goes, well, I moved from New York. And she goes, well, how was that in New York? And he goes, terrible. New York is awful. There was like so much traffic. People were mean, a lot of fields, just like hate it. And he goes, so how's that here? She goes, it's the same here. And then she keeps walking and she meets another gentleman. She goes, hey, I never seen you before. He goes, yeah, I just moved to the area. She goes, well, where did you move from? He goes, well, I moved from Texas. She goes, well, how was in Texas? She goes, amazing. I love that. I had great friends. I love my job. Everything in Texas was amazing. I had a great life. He goes, how's that here? She goes, just like that. So at the end of the day, yes, Vegas is a good town, but you need to have the right attitude to wherever you go, because that's your shadow you're carrying with yourself.
Oh, that's so interesting. And just in conclusion, just tell me, what would be the best thing about living in Las Vegas? Just one thing. Probably the best of all of the things that.
Being friends with you, is that one of them?
That's good enough. And what would be something that's probably not so good about Vegas?
Like I said, again, I think for me, Vegas is missing culture. There's missing culture here, and I don't know right now if this is, something that's happening all over the world. People are a little isolated, and there's maybe a little more flakiness here in Vegas because we have a 24-hour day, so people work different shifts. And a lot of times if you're trying to have like family get together or friends get together, that might be difficult. But again, as long as you're making the right plans and giving people proper notice and maybe following up 55 times and telling them that there will be some alcohol, they will show up. But I think flakiness, I would say the negative about Vegas. And the positive about Vegas, personally for me, it's the opportunity Vegas gave me to see the world. My next trip is Philippines.
How interesting.
I know.
Well, thank you so much, Inessa, for that synopsis of Las Vegas. I'd have to agree with you. This city is amazing. So if you're thinking of moving to Las Vegas, just replay this video and listen to Anessa. I mean, she's a great salesman for Las Vegas, and everything
Maybe I should get money for
everything
this.
she has said is true. This place is just amazing. So,
Yes.
thank you once again, Anessa,
My
and
pleasure.
we'll have you back again on the show because I want to talk to you about a few other things as well. So we'll have you back on another show. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. I
There
love
we
you.
are, folks. We'll be back next week with another show, and next week we're talking about getting married in Las Vegas. So,
Ooh.
are you married yet?
It won't be.
Anessa?
It won't be me on that podcast.
But Las Vegas is a great city for marriage, and we'll be talking about getting married in Las Vegas next week. So until then, bye for now from Las Vegas.
Tall buildings, so it's all single family homes, and the weather really